John Twist of University Motors. It's almost the end of May 2021. We're coming up on Memorial Day. That looks like it's going to be pretty chilly. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 55, but I remember a day in, I don't know, 1982 maybe, when we were at one of the guys at the shop, Ron Beecham's house, and it was sleeting on Memorial Day. But I didn't come to talk about the weather. Came to talk about body alignment. Usually when you get your car, everything fits. I mean, the doors fit, they're smooth, the transition from the fender to the door, from the door to the rear wing, that's all smooth and so forth. And as soon as you take the car apart, you lose that alignment. And it can be really difficult getting it back. So here are some tips on getting the alignment correct. Now, first of all, on the bonnet, when the cars were made and brought from Cowley down to Abingdon to be assembled, they were already trimmed out. Everything was on them. The bonnet insulation was on them. The bonnets were on them. They were interior-wise and body-wise surprisingly complete. Remember that Abingdon made nothing. They only assembled the cars. So anyway, right away, first thing, if you look at any factory videos or diagrams, first thing they did when the car came into the factory was to remove the bonnet. And then they put a number and a chalk on the underside. Some of you still have that on the underside, 618, something like that. It referred to the worksheet, not the VIN or the body number or anything else, the worksheet. So when it came to the end of the line and they had got to put the bonnet back on, they can't stand there for half an hour fiddling at the back corner trying to make it right, because they've already done that before the body came in. And how do we get that aligned easily? Look at this. There are two holes in here. Look at that. And there you go. So when you go to put these bolts back in, as long as you push these, there must be 1/8 inch drill bits, rod, in this case scribes, through here, you can tighten up the bolts, and when you close the bonnet, it will have the same alignment as it did when you took it apart. I just looked at a car the other day, and I was going to show everybody those holes. There weren't any holes on the bonnet, so it's a replacement bonnet. So if it fits, before you take your bonnet off, make sure that these holes go through. If they don't go through, get a drill and drill them through. Now let's go just a little bit further here. So let's talk about body alignment on an MGA. This is my MGA. Doesn't look very nice. Runs real nicely. The bonnet fits reasonably, you know. And if I take the bonnet off, which I have in the past, then I want to get it back on in the same position that it's on now. And these hinges are different in that they come up and attach at the bottom. So what did I do before I took my bonnet off? I took my drill and I put a protector on it, because if you just drill a hole through here, like oh, I'm not sure I got the same size drill bit, like that, and you don't have a stop, you're going to drill right through the top of the bonnet. So this is just a piece of hose, you use a piece of tubing, something like that, and then that prevents you from getting too deep. You can adjust the length of the hose as you have to. And then, after you've drilled the holes and you go to put the bonnet back on later, look at this. We've got 2 alignment holes right here, and we can get the bonnet right back on in exactly the same position that it came off. So obviously I've got 2 holes drilled in each hinge. But that's not all. Actually, hey, I've got a new device I'm wearing on my chest, offered up by Max, my photographer here, my videographer. and my voice is supposed to come through better, so we're hoping that, we know that the video is better. Now we're hoping the voice is better. Now I only have to work on what I'm saying all the time. Speaking of saying things, it is true that you don't need a radio in your MG. What are you doing? You ought to be listening to the sound of the engine. That should be music enough to your ears. But my daughter does not feel the same. So yes, she has an air conditioner in her car. I'm still hooking that up. And she's got this wonderful stereo on the inside that looks just like an original BMC radio, only the control on the back of it is about the size of a pack of cigarettes. That's not what I came here to talk about. We're going to walk around the side here. Max is going to come around, and we're going to look at the door on my MGA, and you can say, well, you know, it's pretty good. You know, it could be better, but it's pretty good. If I wanted to take the door off, oh my gosh, I've got this movement, I got all kinds of movement. And the way to make sure that you get it back on correctly is to take your drill and drill right through the hinge in two places. I have not drilled these. I haven't had the doors off since we restored it in 1980, 41 years ago. Anyway, you drill 2 holes here, 2 holes on the other side before it took the hinge all the way off, making sure then that you put the right hinge in the back in the right spot, and hey, you can get everything aligned again. So let me make one more comment about my MGA. I just fixed my rear view mirror this morning. I bought this from J.C. Whitney in 1980, and it's great. I mean, it's a great, huge mirror. I can look right into it. I can see behind me. Wing mirrors, the kind that looks so cool, that should be mounted right at the center of the wheel, right on top, you know, on either side. You can't see anything out of those. It's like looking down a tunnel into a silver dollar and hoping to see a reflection. There's just no point. So you get the convex ones. You know, objects in this mirror are closer than they appear. How are you going to adjust it? You're in there. Out here, you got to have somebody else adjust it. Get one of these. This is great. And you should have a rear view mirror. I know that it wasn't legally required, nor were seat belts when the car came out, but you gotta have a rear view mirror. You gotta see what's going on behind you. You also have to have good seat belts. Hey, I'm waxing on, so I'll stop now. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, or if you had a Memorial Day, hope you had a great Memorial Day. Look forward to the summer of 2021 at Atlantic City. And we'll look forward to talking to you again. Go to my website, University Motors Ltd. Press the button up on the top bar that says join our newsletter. I'll send you a constant contact email the next time we have a Zoom session. And there's a PayPal button there too that says help John afford his retirement. So thanks for your support. Look forward to talking to you again. Safety fast.